Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner, Classic Less Non-Classics. This is episode number 2719, episode number 2613. Apologies for basically sounding like my audio cut off toward the end of the last video. It did. My microphone decided to stop working. So, my rating for Ascendant Tester, those of you curious, it was 9 out of 10. Alright. But this time we have two Spider-Man related trades. We have Superior Spider-Man by Dan Slott. Volume 1, Supernova. This collects Superior Spider-Man Returns, the backup story, one of the short stories from Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, Issue 31, and the first 4 issues of Superior Spider-Man Volume 3. Those of you curious, Nick, you did not finish reading Volume 2. I'll eventually read that, don't worry about that. So, Dan Slott makes his return to basically Spider-Man. Now, this book was launched just after they finished up the Spider-Man comic. This along with Spider-Boy. And in my honest opinion, and some people might agree or disagree on this. Some people think, oh, Slott's back. Is this a good idea? Yes. Yes. I do think so. Because in my honest opinion, and a lot of people might agree with me on this, I kind of thought this though, he was running out of ideas. That he did not know how to do. It's like it's like nothing was thought before he planned. If it was, fine. But a lot of people were getting a little tired of him. Like in the last a few years of his run. Like people were tired of his far back as 2014 before he finally left in 2018. And then he took a 5-year break from Spider-Man. 5 years. Walk on Fantastic Four. An amazing run that was. Surprisingly, it lasted basically 44 issues. Technically, it lasted 46, but those are written by him. This is by David Prowse. Which, I definitely think Robert should collect those last 2 issues in the main trade, because if anyone want to read those last 2 issues, you have to read the Judgment Day, the Avengers X-Men Eternals Judgment Day Companion. It's the only place you can find those 2 issues because they're not in the main trade series. And then as soon as I wrapped up, he did Spider-Man, which was interesting. I liked the opening storyline. I did have some minor issues with it, like killing a Spider-Woman briefly and then bringing it back. And that indirectly spawned off basically stuff explored in the Spider-Woman book. Now, one thing that was said prior to this one is basically this very book. The way this trade is structured is weird. Like, the first thing I have in here, by the way, everything in here is written by Dan Slott, obviously. Mark Bagley does Spirits from Issues. He also does the Spirits from Returns one-shot. With Ryan Stegman, Berto Ramos, Kasaba Kamakali on the artwork, which is interesting because Berto Ramos and Kasaba Kamakali were the artists on the original Spider-Man book, and the only reason I think they brought this book back last year was because it was the 10th anniversary of the series. Yes. Now, the cover artwork is mostly by Mark Bagley, who does the main issues. The one-shot is Ryan Stegman, John B. Meyer, who is the inker, and Edgar DeZico, who's the colorist. Yes, the Negative Reinforcement, that short story, the artwork is done by Nathan Stockman with, well, same artist. Yes, so the man with the answers. This mostly put is from. This is a short story that's from Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, number 31, where you have at the bar with no name, we see the Ringer, Enforcer, and I don't remember the guy's name, where this guy here, I don't remember his. I know this is the Ringer. That's the Enforcer. This actually is the second Enforcer, because the original one died back in the 70s. He was killed by the Scourge in the issue of Ghost Rider, believe it or not. Actually, that's not the Enforcer. I think that's the Looter. Oh my gosh, I think it's the Looter. So, basically, Dr. Octopus here looking at plans. He's scrolling the wall. By the way, new arms, because this is explored in the previous issues of Amazing Spider-Man. Like, Curse Amazing Spider-Man. Like, you gotta figure out what you need to do. Something I can't remember. And he looks in the mirror and he sees basically himself when he was Superior Spider-Man. He goes, now I know what to do. I get to become Superior Spider-Man again. And then, of course, comes the Superior Spider-Man Returns one-shot. Love this classic artwork here. I think his name was Mark Bagley. No, this is Ryan Stegman. So we have Dr. Octopus just swinging around. We get a backstory of Dr. Octopus. We get a recap of him, from the days making Spider-Man 3. And then we have stuff that was brought up in Amazing 600. Excuse me. Yeah. Where he's injured and he has a body swap thing that happened toward the end of Amazing Spider-Man series and recapping the events of the main book. So, Spider-Man is chasing Slade. Actually, Spider-Man was years ago. Apparently, this is a short. This flashback is set during the events of Spider-Man where he's chasing down Slade. He gets arrested, and then we see him clearly. This is the Dr. Octopus at Horizon Labs' workplace. This is when they were headquartered out of a warehouse. So you could say this story here is probably set during the 8-month time skip. Actually, no. This is set probably just not long after the start of his Spirit at some point it was. So then we see him where he's at Emory State University, meeting with Anna Marie. Got about Spider-Man work. This is probably just after she found out he was Spider-Man. So then, of course, we have an assistant where it's just this girl who ends up becoming one of the minions, and we have the Spider-Bot stuff. Yeah, reminiscing about this, Hudson Valley, and they go after AIM. Yes, so Spider-Man and his Spiderlings go after AIM. They steal technology, him being basically his, normal self. We have him as Peter dating Anna Marie. And then, of course, we see Supernova. I believe this is a new character, if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look here about this. Because I believe this woman is a new character. Yeah, fairly new character. Don't know who she is. So, attacking the Spirit Spider-Man. This one-shot itself will serve as a prelude into the, Spirit Spider-Man book. Meanwhile, the one this is coming up, so it mentions about crimes, and him basically building up technology, saying, and then apparently that she had been kept captive inside of this device. She frees herself, I want Spider-Man. And it's good luck with that, wall crawler. And then we see Spider-Man, for some reason using the font from the now ended Spider-Man comic by Dan Slott, where he faces off against Mirage, and Spider-Boy is here. Yeah, this is the only other book Spider-Boy is featured in right now, aside from his own solo book, because actually he was also featured in the finale for Gang War. Yeah. Finale for Gang War. And of course, we have Supernova. Of course, he has no idea who the heck this is. Probably because. Then we have Anna Marie. Looks like she's got a new boyfriend. Yeah, then of course, Supernova quotes the Superior Spider-Man, "The die is cast," which is a quote from Dr. Octopus. And then by the end of the issue, yeah, he remembers everything. Everything was taken, everything he was lost in issue 1. Yep. We deal with the Supernova character. So, yeah. So, basically, Dr. reveals Peter Parker, and he remembers everything. He remembers he is Spider-Man. So that's been restored. So, being triumphant and make angry, and of course, Spider-Boy gets injured, and well, he kind of remembers basically about the events of Peter's book, and then the issue 2 ends with him having put on the Spider-Man costume, which is, I'm like, that is interesting. Yes, who would have thunk though he would put on the Spider-Man costume? Yes, Supernova is a original character, Estrella Lopez. Yep, this book is, the Spider-Man book is actually her debut appearance. It's like she was like depicted as part of a retcon where she was like a long lost Spider-Man villain who was an off-screen, because maybe Spider-Man had adventures in the book, maybe. So then we have events of the flashback of the arc of that came after the awfulness that was Dead Language. The copy stuff, which is really fun. Him on the costume, take on Supernova. And we see the Spiderlings are back. Oh yeah, and then we have Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man go visit the base of the Master Planner when he was Master Planner. And apparently they're kept here, and I'm like, how is this base so active, which is something. So, yeah, then, he has to come to Spider-Man. Yep. No more he stop. And of course we have, like, in the past I've led the Sinister Six. I'm here to command the Sinister 100. Like, and then we have, I got dance partners too. This awesome 2-page spread. Yeah, and then we have, apparently Dr. Octopus trying to take stuff from Spider-Man history, like, the debut of Spider-Man from 2015. And when we first spot him, it's like, all about Anne Marie. It's like a lot of fun, this book. It's like basically like he maybe did some research and just had a lot of fun. We have various Peter Parkers beating up Dr. Octopus, fighting Nightmare. At Pier 4, the former headquarters of the Fantastic Four. Before was to start by Diablo. And of course, briefly possessing, of course, we have Fantastic Four show up. But this book is a lot of fun. I give this book a 10 out of 10. Yep. Next up we have is Venom Lethal Predators 2. Which this actually was referenced in the main book. Believe it or not, Venom, the current run anyways. Written by Venom's co-creator, Dan Michelini. Tommy Farley does not do the artwork. I really wish he would. But Rob Leva has mentioned that Tom McFarlane has no desire to do any work for Marvel. The only thing he's done for Marvel since he left was some promotional art where he just drew Spider-Man and Venom together for one pinup. But that's been it. And he left Marvel like 30 years ago. Alright, Frank Krim. So, this is more exploring Eddie Brock in the past, where he's here teaming with Silver Sable. And man, the artwork makes her, she's jacked. Yes, Silver Sable herself is jacked in the story. I get the fact she's very beautiful and very, very beautiful woman, but man, they made her jacked and more beautiful. They made her more sexy than she normally is. Yeah, and by the way, Doctor Doom was involved in this book, which this is referencing, Venom. This kind of basically, you could say that the story in Venom, one of the work actually referenced this story, like, that this just pure Silver for it. And here's Silver, she's not wearing her regular Silver Sable attire. From the fact that, she does have a lot of muscle. She basically is ripped under that outfit. Like, wow. There's stuff with S.H.I.E.L.D. But this is just a fun miniseries. We also see Kardak, which, who remembers Kardak? But Kardak is a fun villain. Vulture's here. I don't remember who this woman is. I think she's I don't remember who this woman is who appears here. I think she's a Unitrooper. So it's like, best way to describe this book, it's just Venom team with Silver Sable, and Nick Fury's here, the white Nick Fury, not the black one. And it is a fun adventure of him working with Silver Sable for a whole story in Doctor Doom. But overall, really fun book. Another 10 out of 10. Yep, so yeah, that's a particular view. That's the only videos I have available right now, so until you see you all later for maybe tomorrow for more videos. Okay, please like, comment, subscribe, notifications, and join in. Okay, bye.